Before the deafening roar of 50,000 fans chanting his name at Anfield, before the multi-million-dollar contracts and the Bentley parked in the driveway, there was just a boy. A quiet, determined boy from a small Egyptian village, making an 8-hour round trip on cramped buses just for the chance to kick a football. He wasn't supposed to become a king. In fact, the world of luxury and fame was so far removed from his reality, it might as well have been on another planet. This is the story you haven't heard. Welcome to Luxe Legends, where fame, fortune, and scandal combine. Today, we're uncovering the incredible life of Mohamed Salah, a man whose journey from poverty to a global empire is more dramatic than any movie. Section 1. The Boy from Nagrig. In the small, humble village of Nagrig, Egypt, life was simple, and dreams were often kept small. This was the world Mohamed Salah was born into. He wasn't the son of an oligarch or an heir to a fortune. His parents were government workers who provided a loving but modest home. From the moment he could walk, Salah was obsessed with one thing: football. For him, it wasn't just a game. It was an escape. His talent was undeniable, but geography was his enemy. The nearest decent training facility was in Cairo, a grueling 4-hour journey away. So, as a young teenager, Salah's daily routine became the stuff of legend. He'd go to school for a few hours, then leave with an official permission slip to begin his epic commute. A series of up to 5 different buses, each one more crowded than the last, just to get to practice. After a few hours of training, he'd turn around and do it all again, often getting home well past midnight exhausted. He did this 5 days a week. It was a test of will that would forge the relentless work ethic he's famous for today. While other kids were playing, Salah was sacrificing his entire youth for a dream that had a 1 in a million chance of coming true. Section 2. The European rejection. His big break came with the move to Swiss club FC Basel. Suddenly, the boy from Nagrig was in a foreign land, confronted with a new culture, a new language he couldn't speak, and a cold he had never experienced. He was lonely and isolated, but on the pitch, he was electric. His explosive speed and dazzling skill caught the eye of one of the biggest clubs in the world, Chelsea FC, in the English Premier League. This was supposed to be it, the dream realized, but it quickly turned into a nightmare. Under manager Jose Mourinho, Salah was a ghost. He barely played, spending most of his time on the bench, an afterthought in a squad of superstars. The British press labeled him a flop, another overhyped young talent who couldn't handle the pressure of the world's toughest league. It was a brutal public humiliation. For many players, a failure of this magnitude would be a career-ending blow. Salah was cast aside, loaned out to Italy, seemingly forgotten by the English football world that had chewed him up and spit him out. But this rejection wasn't the end of his story. It was the fuel for his fire. Section 3. The King of Anfield. In Italy, first with Fiorentina and then Roma, Salah began his quiet redemption. He wasn't just playing, he was evolving. He became stronger, smarter, and more clinical in front of goal. He was rebuilding his confidence brick by brick, far from the harsh spotlight of the Premier League. So when Liverpool announced they were signing him in 2017 for a then record fee, the English media scoffed. They remembered the failed kid from Chelsea. They called it a massive gamble. They were wrong. What happened next was not just a comeback, it was an explosion. In his very first season, Salah didn't just succeed, he dominated. He shattered the Premier League record for most goals in a 38-game season. He wasn't just a player anymore. He was a phenomenon. The fans at Anfield crowned him the Egyptian king. In his signature goal celebration, a prayer of gratitude became an iconic image broadcast across the globe. Alongside his teammates Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino, he formed one of the most feared attacking trios in football history, leading Liverpool to Champions League glory and their first Premier League title in 30 years. The boy who was once deemed not good enough for English football had returned to become its undisputed king. Section 4. The billion-dollar brand and secretive generosity. With global superstardom comes staggering wealth.
Mohamed Salah's current contract with Liverpool earns him an estimated £400,000 per week. That's over £20 million a year, before we even talk about his empire of endorsements. He's the face of giants like Adidas, Pepsi, Vodafone, and Uber, pushing his net worth to an estimated $90 million. And he certainly enjoys the fruits of his labor. His lifestyle is pure luxury. He's been spotted driving a fleet of supercars, including a Bentley Continental GT, a Lamborghini Aventador, and multiple high-end Mercedes-Benz models. On his wrist, you'll often see an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, a timepiece that can cost more than a house. He lives with his family in a lavish mansion in the wealthy county of Cheshire, a world away from the simple home he grew up in. But here's the secret that truly defines Mohamed Salah. While he lives a life of luxury, he has never forgotten the dusty roads of Nagrig. He has poured millions back into his hometown, funding the construction of a new hospital and a school for girls. He provides monthly stipends for hundreds of families in need and financed a state-of-the-art water treatment plant so his community could have clean drinking water. This isn't just charity. It's a silent parallel empire of generosity. He is a one-man welfare system for the people who supported him when he had nothing. Section 5. The legacy of an icon. Mohamed Salah's legacy is so much bigger than goals and trophies. In a world often divided by culture and religion, he has become a unifying figure. A devout Muslim, his humbleness and grace on the world's biggest stage have been credited with breaking down stereotypes and fostering a better understanding of his faith in the West. He is a hero to hundreds of millions in the Arab world, a symbol that anything is possible no matter where you start. From the boy who took 5 buses to training to the global icon who commands a fortune, his story is the ultimate testament to perseverance. He took the pain of rejection and forged it into a weapon. He earned a king's fortune and used it to lift up his village. He is living proof that true luxury isn't just about what you own, but about the legacy you build and the lives you change. The question now is not what he has accomplished, but what heights the Egyptian king will conquer next. So what do you think is Mohamed Salah's greatest achievement? His on-field success or his off-field impact? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you were inspired by his story. And subscribe to Luxe Legends, where fame, fortune, and scandal collide.